Yes, we're talking about one particular man, whether he was playing cricket for England or jetting off to the I'm a Celebrity jungle. Phil Tufnell has spent plenty of time on the road in his career.
And we know what the golden rule is. What goes on tour stays on tour. But no, apparently not, because he's spilling the beans in a new book about his many adventures. Before we speak to him about that, here are some of his career highlights.
Straight to slip. That's beautifully bowled. Phil Tufnell wraps it up.
Out, and he's got his man. That's exactly why the field was there.
Well, Philip Tufnell is bowling some real jaffers out there. Just caught the outside edge.
If I hadn't have said CFAX, I wouldn't have even turned up, I tell you. And they used to tell you were picked. You used to look on CFAX. You used to wake up and go, I'm playing for England tomorrow. It's on CFAX. I'm
This is close arm Wing Chun. This hand here is if you tried to kick, that's the block.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right.
But it's always protection.
Phil is here now with some shocking news, everybody. Share it with everyone what you just told us.
Well, that first jungle, 2003.
20 years ago.
Oh, where's that gone?
20 years.
Yeah, it's a long time, isn't it? But no, loved every minute of it, and obviously done another one as well. Did one not so long ago as well. So
oh my goodness,
good.
You like to travel, don't you?
Well, I do. Yes, as you say, the book, The Tourist, is all about my travels.
Terrible tourist.
Well, yeah, well, I was a good tourist.
Yes.
I wasn't particularly, perhaps a little bit too good in some respects, but. Yeah, I mean, you know, I just always seem to find myself on tour, whether that be with me cricket and at home. Series is, you know, you're up and down Manchester, Cardiff, and all these places. And then when I retired from cricket and sort of like went into my second sort of career, you know, your jungles and the jumps and Strictly tours and things. So, yeah, so it's all in the book, and I had great fun and remembering some of the antics we got up to.
Do you remember them all, though?
Well,
that's
not really.
The question, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a couple that needed a little bit of a prod, you know what I mean? But that was half the fun of doing it. I really enjoyed it. It's great. I'd had such a laugh recounting some of the things you get up to, because a lot of those tours as well, you're going away with big groups of people as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, people, there's always something happening, isn't there?
Look at the koala.
Yes, the little koalas and everything. But so there's loads of people... you know, in this group, and the people are late, and just, you know, you just find yourself in some sticky situations.
Have you had to ring people up and say, right, there's that thing, I can't quite remember what happened, just fill in the gaps?
A couple of times you can't remember, but look, I'm having a little snooze there. Look at all these things. Yeah, lovely. So great to recount it all. And been very lucky, but I'm not particularly a very good traveller for the amount of times I've been around the world.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, I'm not the best flyer.
What,
the old hands
nervous or queasy?
Well, just
both?
yeah, not a bit scared of flying. I'm a three Bloody Mary man before I get on a plane. I'd reckon three.
Even at breakfast?
Just to settle the nerves.
What did you have coming in here?
Well, this is all right. It's when you're 36,000 feet in the air. I need a little bit of a settler.
What is it? Have you never tried to like conquer that or fix it?
On a couple of the tours we went on, we had a couple of very tricky flights. To which one in India, I got off and there was a hole in the fuselage, about a 6 foot high fuselage, and everyone was very delighted, including the pilot, to get down.
Wow.
Another time, you know, we were flying over some sort of like mountain range, and they're sort of like up and down and everything, heads hitting the roof of the plane. So.
So good reason then.
Yeah, a little bit. It sort of stays with you a little bit.
By that point.
Yeah.
What are your favourite stories in the book? What stands out?
Well, obviously the jungles and everything and what have you, doing that, the Strictly tour. There again, going away with these great big groups of people that you've never really met before and getting to know them and what have you. I love that. One of the ones was we went on tour to South Africa with England, and we've all turned up on safari in this sort of like open top sort of Land Rover. And which I thought was strange on a safari. You know, I'd like a bit of a roof, I reckon, you know. And we're driving along, and we've seen this sort of pride of lions at a kill And so we're all parked up, only about, you know, from where you are to me, like that, and we're all looking and things like that, and then all of a sudden they all started looking at me and sort of licking their lips and coming towards the Land Rover. And I've gone, well, what's going on, what's going on? I've turned round and Graham Swan was sitting behind me, and because it was so hot, he's taken his jacket off, his England tracksuit off, and he was wearing a Newcastle United shirt, which of course is black and white striped.
Yeah.
So he looked like a zebra. Don't you know?
Stop.
So we're all going, put your chopper on, Graham. They're all coming towards Graham. So,
I reckon they just smelled that lunch.
well,
That's what it
right.
was.
They were all sort of looking at him and sort of like licking their lips. So we had to kick them off, get off, and we all had to drive away.
So all your trips sound like they were in big groups,
Yeah.
which is great because, I mean, that would be some people's worst nightmare, the idea of having to meet all these people for the first time.
Yeah.
Do you ever travel on your own or in a small group? And
Well,
find out
no,
a bit?
well, I mean, not even really on holidays, you know.
No.
Well, there you go, you're always on tour. As you say, you're doing your work and then you have some time off, and what do? You go on holiday, don't you? And you go abroad and everything, but we always go away with groups of friends.
Yeah.
And I just, occasionally I go away with my wife and have romantic times.
Do you?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you wondering why everyone else is?
Yes, but no, I like meeting people,
Yeah.
and travelling with them. You just see different sides of people come out.
Do you ever get fed up of a hotel room, though?
Well, yes, a little bit. It's always nice coming home, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I always think. You know, it's great
What do
getting
you miss?
there.
When you're away and you come home, what are you most looking forward to about coming home?
Well, obviously seeing my wife, Dawney, and just those little home comforts, like going down the pub, Sunday dinner, all those kind of stuff. Watching a bit of telly in your front room.
Watching England play cricket at the moment,
Well,
maybe
that's not going so
No.
well, is it?
What's going on?
I don't know. The boys seem to have
What's happened?
forgotten how to play 50 over cricket at the moment, and that none of them are in any form. And there's a few injuries knocking around. I've been on tours when you don't get off to a good start, and very quickly the wheels can come off. And at the moment, they just need to regroup, get their heads back on, and win the next couple of games.
Well, it's the same mentality, though, isn't it? Travelling in a group. You're all there, you've all got to
Yeah.
gel, you've all got to get on.
Absolutely, and if a few heads go down very quickly, that sort of like dressing room can become a bit of a flat place. But it's up to then the backroom staff and the senior players to kind of rally the troops.
How'd
Lots
you
of
do
talent
that?
there. Lots of talent there.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I always used to meet them in the bar and have a drink.
That's the answer. Maybe that's the answer.
More of that in the book.
Yeah, well, perhaps.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Phil.
much. Phil's book is called The Tourist, is out on Thursday.